So Hasbro's HasCon has just about wrapped up now, and we're going to be taking a look at the merchandise panel, kind of review what's been announced and what's coming out, what's in the pipeline. So Hasbro started off talking about a Power Rangers retro line. This is going to be retro figures. I don't think they said anything else other than MMPR was going to be in the line, so I would highly doubt that we would get I don't know, RPM or Samurai figures in this style. So far, they've announced these Mighty Morphin Power Ranger flip heads, red, blue, pink, and black. These are figures based on the original Bandai America Automorphing Power Rangers figures. They've been jazzed up a bit. They have more articulation than the original figures. And they have a new feature where you can just flip the head over and over again. I don't know if that ever made it to Bandai America. I know the Kaku Ranger and O Ranger figures did this once Bandai Japan adopted automorphing. So it'll be interesting to see if they do anything else in the retro line other than MMPR. I don't really like these retro figures. They look kind of weird. I have the originals anyways, so I'm not really interested in these ones. The first wave will be red, blue, pink, and black. And a lot of people were saying, where's yellow and where's green? Well, the listings have already been found online, so you can expect yellow, green, and white, actually, coming up later on. Yeah, not much else to say on these. I don't really like the look of them. I think the extra articulation looks a little weird on this body. I think if it was a true retro line, I think they should have just stuck with the original specs. But then, I don't know if they can do that, really, how close they can get to that. The packaging also matches what the original figures kind of looked like. They have the same colors and everything. They do have the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers illustrations from the Bandai America boxes, so I wonder what's the deal with that, if that's just open game for them to take. Apparently these are also a Walmart exclusive, and that's about it for these retro figures. Let's move on to what they announced next, which is the Zeo Megazord. This has been known about for a while. The biggest question surrounding this was, is it a Lightning Collection figure? I don't know. Personally, I don't think it's a Lightning Collection figure because it doesn't have the branding, despite it being listed as a Lightning Collection figure everywhere else. Also, it was announced during the Retro Power Rangers line, so that would lead me to believe that this is part of a Retro Power Rangers toy line. So I don't know, really. I don't know. It's probably a Lightning Collection figure. Also, like I said before, this has been out for a while, so if you want to know anything else about it, just go on YouTube and search for Zeo Megazord. Look, you don't even have to spell it correctly, and you can find a video review of it already. Next up, we got a rather big announcement that the Lightning Collection was going to start branching out into monsters, even though they already have. This is a confusing line name. I guess they wanted to separate the monsters from the villains. So the first of the Lightning Collection monster line is going to be King Sphinx. He looks great. I don't know how big these guys are going to be. I assume they're going to be in scale with the Ranger figures pretty well. And I just wonder what they're going to do to make these a little bit different from the Rangers and the main series Lightning Collection line. Right now, King Sphinx looks pretty standard on his own for what comes with it. But of course, this is just a prototype picture or a render. Then they announced Pumpkin Wrapper, which was a more interesting choice. I wouldn't expect this one because I wouldn't expect him to be that popular. I guess he is. He has a Funko Pop. He must be popular. The coolest part about it is they're including little pumpkins that can go on the heads of the Rangers in the Lightning Collection line. So you can actually swap out the helmets for these pumpkin things, and then you can recreate the scenes from the episodes. These kind of gimmicky effect parts I would expect to be included with these Power Ranger monsters, which kind of sets them apart from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection mainline. It also makes the value a little bit higher than the average Power Ranger Lightning Collection figure, because now it has interactivity with other Lightning Collection figures. So you don't even need to stick to MMPR necessarily. You could put these on, say, the Zeo Rangers, or what else is out? SPD, something like that. I don't know. So after the Monster line, we got the announcement of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Versus line. These are Versus packs where you get 2 figures. We've already kind of seen this with Psycho Red and Lost Galaxy Red, as well as the Putty and the Green Ranger before, but I guess now they're giving it more of an official name. So far, we're going to see SPD B Squad versus A Squad Blue Ranger. This is interesting because I don't think we've ever gotten A Squad figures before, so this will be really cool. And from the looks of it, Sky comes with all of the necessary accessories. I don't really know what these are. I don't recognize them. And then I don't know much about A Squad. This looks pretty standard. How many accessories could these guys have, possibly? The big announcement for the Versus line, though, was the Andros versus Astronomer 2-pack. So this is cool. We got In Space Red, and Astronomer seems to have a whole bunch of accessories. She even has interchangeable armor and a necklace. I don't know anything about Power Rangers in space, so I assume this is cool. This is interesting. I assume this is all from the TV show. I don't know what any of these things are, though. Then they announced the next wave, Wave 7, which is going to be Dino Thunder Red, AZ Putty, and MMPR Green. This wave only has 3 figures, unlike past waves, which usually have 4. Not much to say on this wave. I think the Red Ranger is cool. It's always nice to see things other than MMPR. Green Ranger is kind of obvious. Z-Putty is kind of disappointing. I would expect them to put these out in 2-packs, so it'd be easier to army build, because I know people will want to buy multiples of these. And it is limited to 1 per case, so I imagine it's going to be hard to get. And once again, the figures, they look okay. They have about... There's no major issues with them. I know people were pointing out the Green Ranger's diamond is missing from his figure, and they even addressed that in the stream, saying that they don't know if it's there. So if they don't know it's there, it's probably not there. Connor's Morpher is also unpainted, but that's pretty par for the course nowadays. The Z-Putty looks okay. It's what I'd expect it to look like. And then the first surprise of the stream with regards to Lightning Collection figures, the Metallic Armor Pink Ranger. This is going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, so you can only get it online. And if you live outside of America, good luck getting this. I think it's way too early to be doing Metallic Armor figures. That being said, this figure looks really good, actually. I think this is the best rendition of Metallic Armor. Usually they just paint them shinier, but they made them glitterier, sparklier in this case. I do actually like the look of these, so I don't know. I don't think they should be making Metallic Armor figures this early, considering we don't even have any RPM or Turbo or Wild Force, or I could just keep going listing figures that we don't have yet, and yet we have these. The most interesting thing about it is that this is the first cat figure. So the head sculpt included with this one will obviously not be Kimberly, because she wasn't in the show during the Metallic Armor arc. Now, in the stream, they said there would be a surprise included with the figure, and the images on the website indicate that there's some kind of... I don't know what this is. I guess it's the Zeo Crystal. And if we zoom in, I think this is the crane coin on her belt. I'm going to zoom in now and just confirm that it is the crane coin. Honestly, when they said there would be a surprise, I thought they would have a tiny Ninjor, like in a bottle. And that's kind of what I was hoping for, but this is okay too, I guess. So to cap off the entire Hasbro Con panel, they ended it with the announcement of the Spectrum series. These are going to be new collectible Lightning Collection figures. These are the same figures, just with a different kind of box, and these boxes look really cool. Unfortunately, I think you're kind of out of luck if you want to get them outside of America, because these are going to be Target exclusives. So while it'll probably be easy to just walk into a Target in America and pick one up, if you live outside of America, shipping, importing can be quite expensive. So these are going to be in effect in the next wave, and they've announced a reissue of the White Ranger in this Spectrum series. So this means older figures have their chance in the future to receive the Spectrum series treatment. So then, following all of the announcements, they did a Q&A where they basically said, look, we hear you, we see that you want things that aren't MMPR, and we're gonna give them to you. But before you get to RPM gold and silver, you gotta deal with 5 more Tommy figures. And that's the best way to sum it up. Hasbro, people want things that aren't MMPR, but also a lot of people want things that are MMPR, and it's kind of just like two butting heads. So I definitely understand when Hasbro releases like 5 Tommy figures and not a single Blue Centurion. But I just hope that they're gonna stick to what they say and eventually release these things and not just bank on MMPR, but follow the money, as it were. So all in all, solid lineup, I'd say. There wasn't anything that we really didn't know about because of the way the internet works and leaks. We basically knew everything that was coming out. The only thing that was really a surprise was the metallic armor Pink Ranger, and I guess the Spectrum series. So that's about it. What did you guys think of HasCon? Let me know in the comment section. Are you tired of MMPR? Are you excited for more MMPR? What do you most want to see in the Lightning collection? Are you excited for what you saw here today? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thank you for watching.